It has been a little while since we had an update on Ripple or XRP, and we've had quite a bit of action since our last update. We were in the middle of a wave 2 correction in our last update, and I was looking for further downside, and we got that. Just to refresh, this purple pattern shows us having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulse rally that topped around 140, 141 back on September 6th, and then we had a precipitous drop for our wave A of the wave 2 correction. We had a nice 3-wave rally for the wave B, and then we had what actually looks a bit more like a zigzag, which is unusual for the wave C to complete our wave 2. In other words, I'm calling this potentially a double zigzag, which is a rare formation, but possible. Regardless, this lines up very favorably with the other cryptocurrencies in that we had a bottom that hit perfectly at the 61.8% retrace mark at 86 cents, and we have been bouncing back up ever since. We have what looks to be 5 waves in place. So you have a 1, 2, 3 sideways 4th wave and a 5th wave in place, and presumably we've already had a microsecond wave complete with this little red spike down to about $1.01. I would like us to continue to hold 86 cents as our support, and with that, it is a great buying opportunity for Ripple. We're still very close to not only the larger wave 2 here, but also the smaller wave 2 potentially that has developed with this micro 1-2 setup. If you've been dollar cost averaging, keep doing your thing. That is, in my opinion, the best way to invest in cryptocurrencies. On the big picture pattern, just like with other cryptos, we are seeing our MACD reset after dip well below zero, so it was oversold. And in our last update on Ripple, I explained how our overall big picture pattern is a bit different from most other cryptocurrencies. This resembles what you see in Filecoin and Elrond, among other cryptocurrencies, in that we're primarily following diagonal Elliott Wave patterns, which are a form of motive wave, but they typically fall within a channel and they have a lot of violent switchbacks. They go up and down in corrective zigzag type patterns with often colossal directional changes, which is what we saw when we had a big crash at the end of 2020. Since then, we've had a smaller wave 1, deep wave 2, and then our blow off that coincided with all of the other cryptos happened in mid-April of this year. And then, of course, we had what I'm calling a 4th wave drop, which went below where our 1st wave was, because in diagonals, you often have an overlap of the 4th wave below where the 1st wave topped. And now you can see our 1-2 setup here, subwave 1, subwave 2. As with the other analyses, I have a Fibonacci logarithmic extension tool built out up here. And based on this, I would expect our subwave 3 to get us somewhere between 342 and 433. Getting to 342 would give us a 3x return from where we are at this moment. I would like to highlight, however, that there are several resistances along the way that we'll have to cross through. One of these is the high that we saw in April of 2021, right around the $2 mark. So I would expect us to clear that without too much trouble and, of course, rally up into that range. In addition, the upper target for the subwave 3 is actually another strong resistance. It's the 1.618 extension of this larger diagonal wave 1 and subsequent wave 2 correction. That sits at 434. So I do think that will serve as a pretty strong lid on any further rallying before we have our sideways 4th wave consolidation. After this consolidation, our subwave 5 should target between $5 and $6.35. Hitting $5 would give us a 4.5x return. But just like with the subwave 3, there are a bunch of key resistances and Fibonacci extension levels here. Our ultimate top could hit anywhere within this purple box as marked. I have upper targets going as high as the 930 mark. Hitting 930 would give us an 8.5x return. What happens after that is still a little bit unclear. If you've been watching my other altcoin videos, I do expect a moderate correction in most altcoins. And when I say moderate, it could still be very breathtaking, but it won't be quite as horrifying as what I expect to see in Bitcoin and Ethereum, which will be hitting their major tops right around this point. In Ripple, this could be a relatively shallow and long and sideways 4th wave correction, or it could be something a bit deeper. We might see more of a wave 2 correction there. But when that happens, we may have a much better opportunity to go long in Ripple, along with almost all the other altcoins that I have covered in this channel. Hint for the future, that would potentially be a great time to take profits and reallocate into other assets outside of the crypto sector, such as equities. With that said, things are looking very bullish. Ripple has a very clean pattern at the moment, and we have, again, a nested 1-2 setup. Looking forward to this wave 3 to really take off. And at this moment, Bitcoin and Ethereum are leading the way. They look like they have entered their subwave 3. If you would like to stay updated on Ripple as well as other cryptocurrencies, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like. Love to read your comments below. Till next time, happy trading. Thank you for watching.